VP of this defensive unit. He really runs down ball carriers sideline to sideline. On your left, Johnny Cook, guy that's former #1 draft choice, good athlete, big and fast.
We get back to that point differential situation. Of course, Miami has been scoring points all season long. Marino and company, boy, there's something special.
Really the most explosive offense in the National Football League and one of the best I've seen in a long, long time. The way they do it is by controlling what we call the second level, Jay. Now, the first level, 15 to 20 yards out, is where most pro offenses work. Only the elite operate in the second level, and that's where these two gentlemen come in. Great speed. Mark Clayton, 4'4". Mark Duper, world-class sprinter, 4'3". They push the defense back to a point where Marino has all of those horizontal throwing lanes underneath, and he makes this offense peak effective.
Well, there he is, Dan Marino. Most touchdown passes in the season, 40. Most passing yards in a game. Most pass attempts in a game. Most completions in a game. I'll tell you, he's had some kind of year. And there's the man who will put it in play, Uwe von Schamann.
And the most cheerleaders waiting outside the locker room for him.
He is an exciting gentleman both on and off the field.
Oh, is he married? I didn't know that.
That's all right. Yeah. Here we go. Von Schamann to kick off. Anderson and Smith back to receive. It is Phil Smith at the 10, 15, 20, 25-yard line. Smith bringing it out. A 25-yard return. There on the tackle, it was Bob Brudzinski along with Jeff Taves. And here is the Colts offensive club up front. That will be Schleister to do the quarterbacking today with Middleton and McMillan, and Butler Booza starting today with Tim Sherwin in the wide receiver. Donaldson with Hutton, Solt, Peterson, and Mills. First play on offense for Indianapolis. And Schleister's going to throw a little screen out to the right side to McMillan. He's at the 30, out to the 34-yard line. The defense for the Miami Dolphins, Betters, Baumhauer, and Bocamper. It is Brudzinski, Brophy getting a starting shot today over Douay, Brown, and Bowser. And in the secondary, quite a group here. 65 career interceptions among the starting defensive backs. 25 years playing experience at the end of this season. 2nd and 2. Banging up the middle goes Middleton over the 40, 45, first down.
Randy McMillan, sensational fullback. He's had to do a lot of it this year by himself without the talent of Curtis Dickey. Blows through a big hole off the left side, and we talked about playing to stay, Jay, and you don't have to question the integrity of a player like Randy McMillan. It's the other players around him that they're looking at.
He just passed Joe Washington as the number 8 all-time rusher for the Colts out of Pittsburgh. The handoff to McMillan over the 50 and bangs out of bounds at the Miami 47-yard line. Run out there by Judson. Don Shula's got to be concerned at the way teams have been running against him in recent weeks.
No question about it, Jay. Here is an indication that the Colts are ready to play. Now watch McMillan, number 32, left side of the screen. Watch him take on William Judson, number 49. Gives him a shot right to the face. That tells you right there that the Colts have been embarrassed by what has gone on this year.
2nd down and a long one at the Miami 46. McMillan has the first down. McMillan down to the 43-yard line. Mark Brown, number 51, the inside linebacker, made the stop. We're in the opening moments of play here in the Hoosier Dome. What a marvelous facility this is, Reggie.
Certainly is, and the one thing I've noticed readily about this facility is that most domes are very difficult to see inside. The ball gets on you as a pass receiver. The ball gets on you quickly. It is lighted very well here. You can see the pass coming.
We were down on the field. No crown naturally on this field. It's flat and very good lighting. Schleister over the middle. Oh, he had a man wide open. Ray Butler was wide open at the 35-yard line. Blackwood was behind him, but the pass was poorly thrown.
Oh, one of the problems with the Miami defensive unit is that they're not getting to the passer with any frequency at all. Watch number 75, the All-Pro, Doug Betters. Ron Solt, the #1 draft choice from Maryland, number 66, right in the middle of your screen, does a fantastic job of keeping Betters away from Sleester.
Second down and 10 for Indianapolis. The pitch comes to Middleton. He's at the 40. High steps his way for a first down. Oh, boy. They're fired up. Jay Brophy, number 53, on the tackle right there. But look again at Middleton as he romped over the left side.
Okay, let's take nothing away from Frank Middleton, but outstanding blocking. Look at the seal on the Dolphins on the left side of the screen. They have everyone blocked, and Middleton does a fine job of getting around the corner. Now watch number 80, wide receivers. Who says wide receivers don't block? Right there.
Butler does, huh?
Yeah, he's holding a little bit, too. Ray Butler, number 80.
A pass that is intercepted. Intercepted by Brudzinski. Brudzinski came away with it, intended for the tight end, Tim Sherwin. Well, the Colts were moving the ball well, but Sleester throws his 6th interception of the season. When we come back, the Dolphins will have the ball. First down from their own 17-yard line.
Until you...
In the backfield, and Duper and Clayton and Johnson, the tight end. Stevenson with Foster and Newman, Giesler and Cleveland Green. First down. Up the middle, that is Woody Bennett. Woody, of course, who played at Miami and was the blocking back for O.J. Simpson, gets a couple before Barry Krause, 55, makes the play. The gain out to the 18-yard line. It's Thompson, White, and Winter up front for the Colts. The linebacking core, Cooks and Maxwell, a couple of dandies with Krause and Cliff Odom. And the secondary, very, very suspect.
That's right. Those linebackers are the key to this defensive unit.
Marino going upstairs, over the middle, complete. And a first down, now a penalty marker thrown back at the 7-yard line. The pass out to the 30-yard line to Mark Clayton. Barry Krause on the tackle, and we may have roughing the quarterback here. Dick Jorgensen is our referee. His crew made up of Neil Garib and Bob McLaughlin and Dick McKenzie, Rory Clark.
Personal foul, deliberate face mask, 56, defense.
The call against Vernon Maxwell, and Maxwell comes out of the game. He is replaced by Greg Braceland. Maxwell, of course, played for Frank Cush at Arizona State, and he looks like he enjoyed it.
He's smiling right there, but that's a very, very costly foul because deliberate face masking gets 15 yards, and it's a very dangerous penalty. The other penalty for face masking is 5 yards, and that's unintentional.
You saw Don Shula there, along with John Sandusky, his offensive line coach, and the backup quarterback, Don Strock. It is a first down at the 45. Give to the single setback, Bennett. Fumble, picked up by Barry Krause. Krause coming back for the Colts. Krause at the 35-yard line goes down. Woody Bennett made the tackle after he had popped up the football. He was running with it. It left him and went right into the hands of Barry Krause.
And what an appropriate sign. Hey, 55, eat Miami alive. Woody Bennett goes through a gaping hole off on the right side here. Same play they started the ball game with. Now watch it right there. There's a shot by Glasgow. Ball pops up in the air. The very alert Barry Krause from Alabama in his 6th year. Now watch him do his little O.J. Simpson imitation here. Nope, not going anywhere.
Not a very good imitation of O.J., I'm afraid. Well, we've got a timeout. Rather interesting beginning this afternoon here in the Hoosier Dome. Back with more in a moment.
Take the line, take the line. Only Monster's got a sporty truck with his
Sleester on the sideline.
I'd be very upset if I were Sleester. I'd probably go up to the coach and say, hey, why?
Pagel now the quarterback. And the crowd a little upset. They're booing with Pagel in there. Let's see how he handles it as he gives to Middleton. He steps through across the 40. Picks up about 7 as he gets to the 42-yard line before Lyle Blackwood makes the play.
Now let's analyze it a bit, Jay. Now the Colts were doing fine, okay? First possession. Then Schleister threw the pass that was intercepted. Now the question may be, did he throw a pass when Cush called a run? Now if he contradicted the call from the sideline, then that may be why he's on the sideline. But other than that, I would disagree with pulling a guy like that.
Mr. Schleister now sitting it out. 2nd down and a long 3. McMillan, 1st down. Boy, I don't know why the Colts would want to put the ball in the air the way they're running it here in the early going. The rookie out of Miami, Jay Brophy, who was an All-American, made the tackle.
Well, you take a look at some of the Colt offensive linemen. They're up around 280, 285. Watch the explosion right here, right through the hole. Good job. Dickey's running with a vengeance. Excuse me, that's McMillan running with a vengeance, and that's the way to control this Miami Dolphin attack. Keep them on the sideline.
You mentioned Curtis Dickey. Dickey will not play today. He has had some personal problems and also a very, very bad ankle. Wansley, 34, is now in the backfield with Middleton. It is 1st down for the Colts. Play action for Pagel. Over the middle, got his man. Ray Butler. 1st down for Butler at the 37-yard line. Glenn Blackwood, number 47, on the tackle.
You know, prior to the ball game, I was talking with a number of the Miami Dolphins players. They seem so businesslike, so reserved, so full of confidence about this ball game. But the Indianapolis Colts are the fellows who have come out here with a lot of emotion, a lot of spirit, and they seem to be taking it to the Miami Dolphins at this point in time.
I will say this for that man, Don Shula. He's got to be a bit concerned about the way his club has played on defense in recent weeks. And for Frank Cush, he is a man whose young people always seem to give their best. He may not have the best talent on this field today, but they'll give it a go. That is Middleton. Middleton down to the 30-yard line before Mark Brown, number 51, the right inside linebacker, and Charles Bowser, 56, makes the tackle. Or this would make the season for the disappointing Colts, who come into this game with a 4-10 record. And if they could pull it off for Frank Cush, it would be quite a way to end the home season here. Of course, the Dolphins need points. They are 12-2. They've clinched the division title. But they need those points to get the home field advantage through the playoffs. Here's the pitch back. And on the move, Middleton. Barely back to the line of scrimmage. Nice play by the inside linebacker, Mark Brown, number 51. Out of Purdue, just down the road from here.
It should be pointed out that the Dolphins defensively are playing without their fine nose tackle, Bob Baumhauer, today. Okay? Bill Barnett, number 70, is playing that position. Now, Barnett is not a Baumhauer. So maybe the Colts are utilizing just one blocker on Barnett, and they're able to double team at the point of attack, giving the Colt runners more running room.
Baumhauer has had a lot of problems with an ankle. A 4-time Pro Bowler sitting it out. The pitch coming back to Middleton. 1st down, all the way to the 21-yard line, and they love it here in Indianapolis. Brzezinski, 59, made the tackle.
I want to tell you, we have the 2 finest centers in pro football here. Now, Donaldson for the Colts is doing a magnificent job right in the center of your screen, number 53. He runs out of the picture right here, but the nose tackle is not involved in the play, therefore freeing up some other blockers to give the Colts all of that running room on the outside.
Nice block by McMillan out in front.
Certainly was. Both McMillan and Dickey, when Dickey's in there, they operate in tandem as well as any 2 backs in the league.
Middleton with 33 yards. McMillan with 35 here in the early going. The Colts taking it to the Dolphins. Play action. Pagel in trouble on the run at the 15, at the 10. Slides to the 8-yard line. Blackwood popped down on him. 1st and goal to go, Indianapolis.
Well, Pagel has always been known to be able to run. He's looking down the left side for Butler. He can't get him. Pocket breaks down. Now he sees that entire field right before him. Now get down, come back and play another one. Barnett, watch the center of your screen. Donaldson blows him away. And you can't have that happen to you as a nose tackle.
That's Porter going in motion. They pitch it back to Middleton. Middleton is at the 5. Judson came up hard from the right corner to make the tackle. Had some help from Lyle Blackwood, 42. A couple of scores. Cleveland leading Pittsburgh on a Matt Barr field goal of 29 yards, 3-0. New England 3-0 over Philadelphia in the early going. Tony Franklin from 24 yards out. Tampa Bay 3-0 over Atlanta as a 30-yard field goal was kicked by O'Reilly in that one. Here the Colts threaten. 2nd and goal to go from the 5. 6:10 to play, first quarter. Baltimore has controlled this football.
12-7-12.
Hagel throws. Touchdown! Ray Butler. He beat William Judson all alone. A ground level look at the Indianapolis touchdown.
One of the more intimidating things, Jay, about playing in the National Football League is when you get this kind of crowd involved in this football game, it literally acts as a 12th man. Butler scores the touchdown, the crowd erupts. The Miami Dolphins are in a hornet's nest right now.
The point after, Raul Alegre with Stark holding. It's up and it's good. We have 5 minutes and 59 seconds left to play first quarter. Here is another look at the Indianapolis touchdown. Hagel puts it on consignment to Ray Butler, and the Colts lead it 7-0 here in Indianapolis. Euchre J. Randolph, the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, and the Colts have the lead. Dean Biasucci kicking off. Fulton Walker's coming out at the 10, cuts it into the middle. Boom, he fumbled, and a big pile up at the 14-yard line. Walker brought it out. As he came over the 10-yard line, he was cracked by Wansley, number 34, and the Colts retain possession.
Here it is. Fulton Walker makes the decision to bring it out deep in the end zone. Comes back, and George Wansley hits him with a low shot with a shoulder pad on the ball, separating it, and they're fortunate that they recovered this ball here.
And that was Ed Judy who came up with the ball. Just signed this week, the third-year man out of northern Arizona. More action in a moment. Denver and Seattle next Saturday. You can put quotes around the word battle in that one, I'll tell you. Join us here on NBC. Here we go. First down from the 14-yard line for Miami. Marino throws outside, completes it to Mark Duper. Duper, who had 64 catches coming into today's game. Daniel had the coverage over there, number 38.
Classic example of when you control the second level, you also have the first level. Now, the defensive back is way out of the picture. He's too far. He cannot play Mark Duper closely, so Duper has all of the pass patterns underneath.
Bruce Hardy is now the tight end, number 84. It is second down and 3. Woody Bennett at the 20-yard line. Barry Krause really stuck him. Krause, number 55. We talked about him at the top of the show. He had a little help from the rookie Daniels, 38. And we'll take a look at Barry Krause out of Alabama.
Ideally suited to play inside middle backer, 6'3", 249 pounds. He's had 6 years of experience now. Takes on the blocker, sheds him, gets him out of the way, and makes the stop and makes the tackle that lasts.
That's the way they draw it up on the board for those linebackers right there. Third down and 3. Shotgun. Marino.
Keep your eyes on that more, number 89.
Penalty marker down. It looked like the left side of the Colts line was offside, but they might have been drawn off, and we'll wait and see as we take a look at Marino right there. Marino coming into today had completed 64% of his passes.
Encroachment, number 99, defense, first down.
That's the Cape's call now. Encroachment now is when the defensive player infringes the offensive zone before the ball is snapped.
Infringing is not allowed in that situation, is it?
You know, you spoke about Marino's completion percentage, but in 14 ball games this year, Marino has failed to complete 50% only on one occasion.
And it was against the Colts in Miami.
There you go.
First down. Wide open. Mark Duper at midfield. He got behind Nesby Glasgow, who made the tackle, a 24-yard pickup on this play.
This is called second-level control. That means Marino, first of all, has the range in his arm to put that ball 30 and 35 yards downfield. Now, the Colts secondary is so afraid of the deep speed, they are way off of these receivers. You can't do that because eventually these two fellas, either Duper or Clayton, are going to take one 60 or 70 on you. You can take it to the bank.
First down. Nathan gets a couple. Nathan hit by Cliff Odom, number 93, the left inside linebacker. He's had a neck problem his third year here with the Colts, originally a Cleveland draft choice, and he was with the Raiders for a while. That's Carter now going out of the game.
Sometimes, Jay, playing for pride is a lot more important than playing for money. And that's all the Colts have going for them right now.
Second down and 8, 3:40 to play, first quarter. Colts leading 7-0.
Great play.
Oh, what a tremendous catch on the far sideline by Mark Clayton. Clayton went right around the defensive back, Preston Davis, over there, was finally brought down by Kafensis, and what a move he made, and what tremendous ability to stay in bounds.
That was an unteachable athletic skill. Look at how deep the Colts secondary is playing because they recognize they have to get back quickly. Now, take a look on the left side of your screen. Number 83, Mark Clayton. Just uncanny athletic ability. Watch him run around the defender, come back in, and stay in bounds.
First down at the 30-yard line. Clayton comes in motion, and he catches the pass and turns it downfield for a first down at the 19-yard line. Kafensis ran him out of bounds. Clayton started the day with 60 catches. He played at Louisville. They got a new coach at Louisville.
That's right, Howard. Here's number 13, Danny Marino. Watch the release. Quick release. It's important for the receiver to get the ball while he's running, so now he can turn up and gain some additional yardage.
Howard Schnellenberger will be the new man at Louisville. He's signed on there. Be very interesting. They've made quite a commitment to that football program there. A little delay. This is Carter. And a fine play by Donnell Thompson, big number 99. He tripped him up. Came up to make the play. If he doesn't, it would have been real trouble. Watch from the far left of your screen here as Donnell Thompson makes a fine play.
Well, the Colts tell us that this defense did not begin to gel again until Donnell Thompson came back. And he, along with his roommate, Johnny Cook, who both play on the left side, now are giving the Colts the type of defensive play on the left side that they've been looking for.
55-year-old Frank Cush, a native of Windber, Pennsylvania. Watching his Colts on defense, they lead 7-0, but Miami is driving. And Marino throws, looked like a mix-up. The tight end Johnson was out there along with Clayton, and it looked like they were trying to make a pick or crisscross and maybe went the wrong way.
Okay, a pick play in pass offenses where one receiver shields for another receiver. Now watch, 87 Johnson was supposed to go in front of Clayton because they really wanted to get the ball to Clayton so he could run it into the end zone. Little mix-up.
Nat Moore is in the lineup now for the Dolphins, number 89. The Colts are in a prevent defense, 5 defensive backs, third down and 8.
You want to watch number 89, Nat Moore here.
the shotgun. This crowd, very noisy.
Oh, amazing.
And an amazing catch at the 2-yard line by Mark Clayton on a comebacker.
I just don't believe it, Jay.
He beat the rookie Preston Davis, number 27.
To show his athletic skills of number 83, Clayton, who incidentally is from Indianapolis, they said he can stand under a basket and slam dunk a ball with 2 hands, and he also can leap over a ping pong table lengthwise. Look at the athletic ability as he comes back in front of the defender and shields the ball from the defender and makes the catch.
First and goal to go at the 3. Bruce Hardy, number 84, now in at tight end. He brought in a play from Don Shula. And you've got Pete Johnson, of course, in there, the big man. Johnson leading the way. Woody Bennett, touchdown, Miami. Woody Bennett's 8th touchdown of the 1984 season. And with 1:57 left in the first quarter, the Dolphins are on the board here.
This is pure and simple, awesome offensive football. The Dolphins power passing their way all the way down the field, and once they get it within scoring range, they hand it either to Woody Bennett or most often Pete Johnson. No trouble, tie ball game.
The 2 of them now have 20 touchdowns between them. Johnson with 12 coming into today, and Bennett now with 8. Von Schaman to attempt the point after. Don Strock is holding, and it is good. So with 1:57 remaining to be played here in the first quarter.
Watch it behind Giesler and Foster on the left side. Woody Bennett cuts back right now into the end zone. 7-all.
Jay Randolph along with Reggie Rucker here in the Hoosier Dome. Hope you're enjoying it. It's a dandy up to now.
Certainly is. The Colts have given us a surprise already.
Well, it's obvious that they're going to try to run the ball and control this football game today. The Dolphins, though, march downfield in fine fashion to tie it up here as we're in the final moments of this first period. Von Schaman, who played at the University of Oklahoma, puts it in play. Anderson comes up and takes it at the 6, at the 15, at the 20, 25, 30. Well, he almost broke it outside. Time now to get an update. Let's go to NFL 84.
All right, Jay, we know Dolphin fans want to keep an eye on Seattle, and in Kansas City, the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the Seahawks. That was Herman Hurd scoring from the 2, so it is 7-0. Kansas City leads at first quarter.
Thank you, Bill McAtee, and we'll be looking forward to hearing from you and Mr. Costas and Ahmad and Axe at halftime, and your reports throughout the afternoon, updating us on the action today. First down from the 34-yard line. That's Sherwin, the tight end, in motion. Play action for Mike Pagel. Throws, and it's complete. Ray Butler at the 44-yard line. Slid down, made the catch in front of Glenn Backwood, number 47. Very close to a first down.
Well, the Dolphins have always been known as a defensive unit that gives and gives, but doesn't allow a lot of points. Now, they're still doing this containing kind of a concept right now. As you can see, the defensive back is way off the receiver. He's allowing him to catch the ball, keeping everything in front of the defense. Now, that theory has not been as well executed as Don Shula would like.
Our producer, David Neal, a graduate of USC, isolating on Ray Butler out of USC. We'll probably see a lot of him today. Randy McMillan out over the 45 to the 48, a first down before Jay Brophy, number 53, was there on the tackle. I mentioned David Neal, our director today, the very talented Mr. Bob Levy.
It appears to me that the Colts game plan for today is to, of course, utilize Randy McMillan because he is the guy to go to, but utilize also that short passing attack. As you take a look at Art Schlichter, who started this ball game and then was yanked after throwing an interception.
They gave him the hook very quickly here today.
Sure did.
To the outside, complete. That's Matt Bouza. Matt, who was originally with San Francisco, the free agent. He was on injured reserve much of '83. made the play over there. He's getting a starting shot today for Indianapolis.
The thing that the Colts are looking for next year is outside speed. Boozer, 6'3", 210 pounds. He's a big fella. He's a possession kind of receiver. He is not going to burn the defense deep. But right now, the Colts are, as they say, taking what the defense gives them.
Tracy Porter replaces Boozer. Porter, number 87, at wide receiver. Second down and 4. McMillan, first down at the 39-yard line. Mark Brown, the right inside linebacker, on the tackle, number 51. McMillan started the day with a 2.7 rushing average. He's having a much better go today.
I've been watching big number 76, Jim Mills, working on Doug Vetters. And he's doing a fabulous job of keeping that great defensive lineman out of the way, because Vetters is usually the fellow that makes those tackles when those runners run away from him.
The Indianapolis Colts rank 28th on offense in the National Football League, yet they're running right at the Dolphins as we come to the end of the first quarter here in the Hoosier Dome. And we are all tied up in this 31st meeting between these clubs. Of course, that includes the great days of the Indianapolis team when they were in Baltimore. Back with more in a moment. Correct something that I laid on you a few moments ago. McMillan has 601 yards and a 4.1 rushing average. Not the 2.7 that I credited him with.
Of course, McMillan was the first-round selection of the Colts in the 1981 draft and attended the University of Pittsburgh, All-America. Great size and speed, blocks well, catches the football well, outstanding talent.
First down for Baltimore, or Indianapolis, excuse me. I knew I'd do that at least once this afternoon. Here is Middleton. Middleton getting it down to the 37-yard line. Bob Brzezinski, number 59, made the tackle. Mark Brown also there, number 51.
Fine run by Middleton, good vision, but the play was made possible by the gentleman we were just talking about, number 32, Randy McMillan. Good block.
Frank Cush, a defensive guard at Michigan State, an All-American at 175 pounds.
He wouldn't even carry the footballs today at that weight.
That's right. Indianapolis at the 36. Pagel over the middle. Got his man. That's Butler. Butler has a first down at the 27-yard line. Don McNeil, number 28, on the tackle. And the Colts offense continuing to click in fine fashion.
Very simple game plan. Let's watch Butler, number 80. Just waiting for things to clear, then breaks underneath everything, takes a short pass. Now they're relying on him to run, but that's the point. The Colts don't have the big speed. Had that been Duper or Clayton, he would have taken that for 30, 40 more yards.
That's Boozer coming in motion. They pitch it to Middleton. Middleton trying to go with the flow. Knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Making the play down there, number 70, Bill Barnett. Along with Judson, the first quarter statistics. The Colts really dominating in possession. And it might be as fine a first quarter as they've had.
It really is, because, you know, they are last in the NFL in first quarter scoring. And the significant aspect of the first quarter stats, time of possession. If they can control the ball at that ratio, then that explosiveness of the Miami offense won't be seen as often.
Second down. Pagel throws, and it is stopped.
Oh,
Tracy Porter should have caught that ball. Don McNeil was with him, but Mike Pagel put it right to Tracy Porter. Let's get an update right now on what the Steelers are doing to New York in NFL 84.
All right, Jay, a game of consequence in the Central Division. In Pittsburgh, the Steelers have struck right back against the Browns, trailing 3-0. Mark Malone airs it out to Lewis Lips. The play covers 61 yards, the 11th touchdown of the year for Lips. That ties Franco Harris's rookie touchdown record.
Lips having himself quite a year. It's 7-7 here. Jay Randolph and Reggie Rucker with you. Third down and 12. Well, they were coming, and Pagel had to get rid of it quickly and couldn't couldn't get it to number 87, Tracy Porter. This telecast, presented by authority of the National Football League, it's intended for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Indianapolis Colts and the NFL is prohibited.
Well, before we went to New York, Pagel threw as fine a pass as you could throw to Tracy Porter. That type of inconsistency in the wide receiver position is what's been plaguing this offensive unit all day long, and really Pagel did a fine job. The receivers didn't come up with the big play.
There is Raul Alegre getting set for a 47-yarder. Penalty marker down. The kick was wide, and we'll wait till referee Dick Jordan unravels it. Well, the call will go against Ron Solt, the rookie right guard. It stopped the play. The kick was wide, but it's going to cost them 5. And it gives another opportunity for Alegre, the second-year man from the University of Texas. He was at Dallas, of course, on the start of his career in the NFL. And from the 50-plus range, he is 2 out of 4 this year. Kicking here indoors under ideal conditions. Ron Stark will hold for him, and this will be a 52-yard attempt.
He's 4 of 5 from this distance.
Plenty long enough. All right.
You think he isn't jubilant about that?
Raul Alegre puts the Indianapolis Colts back on top. We've got him isolated. Is he a happy young fellow? Watch this. He had plenty on it, Reg.
They may be 4 and 10, but they recognize the significance of a win here. And look at the brilliant Raul Alegre.
All right. Back with more in a moment.
There'll be 50,000 people here tomorrow. The Office Automation Expo. This company is big in computers. They're just announcing their first system. But one company has it all right now. Professional workstation.
Today's game is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. By Stroh's and Stroh Light, fire brewed for smoother taste. And by Aptra from Gillette, the essence of shaving.
Biasucci, the rookie from Western Carolina, kicking off. Boy, is he a youngster?
He looks like my son. He looks like your son.
He's young, let's say that, huh? Here he comes. Fulton Walker going to come out. Walker is at the 25, spins away at the 30, 35. Well, when he tried to come out before, he got himself in trouble, but a 38-yard return. George Wansley, who hit him earlier and made him fumble, finally made the tackle here. Nice return.
Oh, Fulton Walker, everyone will remember that kickoff return in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and he certainly hasn't lost any of his magic as he breaks a number of tackles, and sometimes that's what you have to do as a kick runner. You have to make some people miss, and then when you do that, you have plenty of room to run to. Most exciting play in football, I think.
Walker averaged 26 yards per return last year, tops in the NFL, averaging 20.8 per kickoff return coming into today. 1st and 10, Miami. Colts lead at 10-7. We're in the second quarter. Marino throwing, incomplete. Trying to lead Tony Nathan down the far sideline. The pass was a little too long. Nathan was isolated out there with the linebacker, Barry Krause.
One thing that Nathan did that he shouldn't do, though, Jay, was he was looking back at the coverage, then at Marino. When you take your eyes off of your concentration, what happens is you slow down running. And they tell you as a receiver, and Nathan wouldn't know that, but run through the football. He didn't do that.
Marino is 6 out of 8 for 85 yards. Up the middle, Tony Nathan. Greg Braceland, number 52, made the stop to NFL 84 for this update.
All right, Jay, Seattle has used a trick play to tie things up against the Chiefs. Craig to Hughes, back to Craig. He hits Darrell Turner, the rookie from Michigan State. The play goes 49 yards. That's the 30th touchdown pass of the year for Craig. 7-7.
And 10-7 here, Indianapolis. What a year Craig has had. What a year Marino has had for Don Shula. 3rd down, 7. Out of the shotgun. Marino. There he is. Moore at the 33-yard line. What a fine catch by the veteran Nat Moore out of Florida. His 36th catch of the season. Vaughn Williams, number 40, had the tackle.
I talked to Nat Moore before the ball game, and Nat said, hey, with these two guys, they make the defensive coverage play, both of those guys. Now, there are 2 guys on the left side that are playing Clayton, 2 guys on the right side that are playing Duper. One-on-one for Nat Moore in the middle. And Nat Moore is so gifted with his feet and his quick moves that you can't cover him one-on-one.
First down for the Dolphins. 11.5 to play in the first half. Marino. And the toss was a little high, intending for Duper. Down at the 17-yard line. The rookie Eugene Daniel had the coverage, and Marino not too happy with the way he threw that one.
Well, Eugene Daniel was in the area, let's say it that way, because he certainly laid off of Mark Duper, and the ball was thrown high. Now, in this obvious passing situation, one of the other keys to this particular period is that you watch the tight ends that come in. Bruce Hardy and Joe Rose. They sort of tell you where Shula is going with the football.
Hardy is in there right now. Marino on 2nd down. Beats the blitz. Got it out to Tony Nathan. Nathan fumbled. Recovered by Miami.
I think Mark Duper was able to get on that ball.
Desby Glasgow forced the fumble, and we've got a couple of people hurting. Somebody, that's Krause in the middle, and that's Cooks. Krause says he's got the football, but I don't think the officials are going to buy it.
Well, watch Tony Nathan out here on the left side. Marino looking downfield, but all he's doing right now is setting up the short pass for Nathan. He wants Nathan to take it, make a move right here, see? Now, he does it, but in doing so, he loses his balance, can't control the football. Now, watch Mark Duper, 85, get in there and land of the Giants and get down under that ball.
That ball was still in there.
They've got an injury getting up.
Can't afford to lose Cook.
The Bulldogs of Georgia are going to meet Florida State Seminoles in the Florida Citrus Bowl right here.
The best and the brightest of the bowls are on NBC. The Citrus Bowl kicks off our season as the Bulldogs of Georgia battle the Florida State Seminoles. All of the wide-open excitement of college football at its best and brightest. The Florida Citrus Bowl. America loves its sports. NBC style.
The Mercedes-Benz 190 class for 1985. So masterfully engineered that it can perform with the world's finest sports sedans. And that makes it exciting. Yet so conscientiously engineered that its feeling of sheer driving security is unique. And that makes it a Mercedes-Benz. The 190 class, Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world.
Can you believe it? JT with an $18 million contract?
Sure is a long way from the playground.
Think he still drinks Strohs?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
JT, man.
Richard. Timothy.
This is all right. Glad he didn't forget his friend.
Or Strohs.
Where is the Stroh?
Out by the pool.
The pool?
Strohs and Stroh Lights.
Now that's a cooler.
Fire brewed for smooth taste.
There are the two coaches, and there's that score. Pittsburgh leading Cleveland 10-3. Cooks probably will be able to come back and play. Something to the knee. New England leading Philadelphia 10-7 in the first quarter. Here it is the Colts 10, the Dolphins 7. 3rd down and 12 for Miami. Marino out of the shotgun, and this crowd really roaring here. Now he's under center. Came out like it was going to go in the shotgun and went under center, and now he goes down. Marino sacked by Donnell Thompson, number 99, and they love it here in Indianapolis.
Donnell Thompson's play right here is analogous to someone getting in to see the Queen. That's how difficult it is to get to Marino. They just protect him impeccably.
That is only the 10th time Marino has been sacked this season. Only the 12th time that the Dolphins have allowed a sack. Reggie Roby to do the punting, angling to the far sideline. A high boomer that hits deadly at the 5 and is down right there. Getting downfield for the Dolphins, number 88. Bernard Henry to down it. So we have got 10:23 remaining in the first half.
It's a big step, Tom.
I'm still gonna go to college, Dad, but after the Army.
I thought you wanted to be an electrical engineer.
I'll be learning about electronics, and I can qualify for the Army College Fund.
If you qualify, the Army College Fund will help you accumulate as much as $20,100 for tuition.
So you're going to be a soldier?
Be all that you can be. And an engineer. You can do it.
Be a good one.
In the Army.
Don't believe everything you hear about the revolutionary new Volkswagen Jetta. The rumors about its roominess.
Want a lift?
The exaggerations about its German road car handling. And its trunk space. The one about the Volkswagen Jetta costing $79.94, it's $79.95. We hope this brings all those wild exaggerations to an end. Jetta, it's not a car, it's a Volkswagen.
From sunrise to today to NBC Nightly News, NBC brings you total coverage of the day's events. For the complete story, turn to NBC News.
Don Shula, 54 years old, from Paynesville, Ohio. That last play for the Dolphins was made by number 88, Vince Heflin, downfield to down that punt, a 38-yard punt by Roby from the 5-yard line. The Colts who lead it, and they call on Middleton. Middleton for a loss back at the 2. Big play by Brudzinski, number 59, the linebacker on the left side.
Now that's a mistake in running judgment by Middleton. He should have followed McMillan's block right there at the point of attack. Now watch Middleton. Middleton's dancing with his feet. Watch McMillan right now make the block, and you'll see all of the footwork there by Middleton. He should hit the hole right now, explode through it, get as much positive yardage as he can, because this is no place to dance.
Charlie Bowser making the play from behind there with Brudzinski out in front. Second down. Pagel in the end zone. Throws. Middleton. Penalty marker down. Middleton gets out to the 12-yard line before he's tackled by Don McNeil, but there is a marker down.
Well, there were a lot of people running into each other in the secondary there.
Holding is the indication against Miami.
Well, there were several of the Miami defensive backs who wanted to impede the progress of the receiver, and they don't like for you to do that in the National Football League.
9 minutes and 25 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. The first penalty on Miami.
Number 53, defense, first off.
The call against Brophy, number 53, the rookie. The Miami Dolphins, the least penalized team in the NFL.
You know, one of the reasons why Shula and his staff is so very good is that they have some continuity and some tenure there. Tom Keene has been there 19 years. Bob Matheson about 11. Mike Scarry 15. Carl Tassett 15 years.
Automatic first down. The Colts operate from the 7-yard line. Middleton to about the 10. Piled held up by Mark Brown, 51, and Brophy, 53, the inside linebackers. Barnett, 70, also there.
We were talking about those coaches, how they've been there. You take the Indianapolis Colts organization, I think they've had something like 7 coaches in 10 years. That doesn't breed any continuity, any consistency of play or coaching style.
And they might have a new head man for 1985.
Who knows?
Saw Sandusky's name there. He now coaches. Here's Middleton. Middleton short of the first down at the 16-yard line. Brudzinski, number 59 on the tackle. Sandusky's done just an excellent job with that Dolphin offensive line. A look at Brudzinski, who played at Ohio State, came from the Rams in '81.
See how he uses his hands very well. Number 59 on the right side. Uses his hands, backs away, covers his ground. Now reacts to the ball carrier. Now you can't play it any better than Brudzinski just played that.
Interesting call coming here. 3rd and a long one at the 16. 8 minutes to play in the first half. The pitch comes back to McMillan. And I don't know.
He appears to have gotten it from where I sit there.
Now we'll see where they spot it. Barnett led the way, along with number 32. First down. Good job by McMillan there.
When they do that to you, Jay, they tell the defense where they think the weaknesses are. It's 3rd and 1. Crucial situation for the Colts. Now they say, hey, let's go left side with the sweep because for some reason or another, they feel that the Dolphins are weak on around that end.
Well, they have the first down with 7.5 to go in the first half, and they have the lead 10-7. Over the middle. Flag, and Frank Bush is furious.
I would agree with him.
Pass intended for Sherwin, the tight end. Lyle Blackwood back there with the coverage, and Bush is some kind of hot.
Oh, 1/2 of the bruise, brothers. Lyle Blackwood, number 42. You'll see Glenn blitzing and brother Lyle defending, and he gets there a little too soon. You can't see it from that angle, but I do believe that he made contact with Sherwin a little prematurely.
2nd down.
How'd you like to be the parents of those Blackwood?
A long one, intending for Porter. Incomplete. Tracy Porter out of LSU was in a foot race with McNeil.
Now, when you run a play like this, you better make sure that the quarterback has enough arm to make this play effective. Now, he gives it all he has, but look at Porter, way out in front of the cornerback. The ball should be thrown out in front of the receiver so that he can run through the ball and take it on for 6. Not enough arm for that play.
And they would have had 6 if Pago could have made a better throw. Now they have 3rd down and 10. And the Dolphins go to their prevent defense. They put number 45, Robert Sowell, in there. Pago under pressure, throws, and it's complete. First down. Matt Bouza made a sensational catch with Sowell hanging right on him.
You have to respect Matt Bouza because you know as a receiver that when you start running into the middle of that defense, somebody's going to stick a Rydell helmet in your throat. Now, Bouza, irrespective of that, makes the fingertip catch. Look at the concentration, stays with it. Blackwood puts a helmet in his throat, and he maintains possession of the ball.
6.5 to play in the first half. Colts 10, Dolphins 7. Here they go again on the flea flicker. Oh, Butler couldn't quite hold on. McNeil again, they're working on him over there.
suggest is that had the Indianapolis Colts been playing this kind of football all year, these fans could ask for nothing more. There's the low. He's trying to make him think it's a run. Now, the ball is thrown in a very good spot over the outside shoulder fingertip. Pro football receivers must make that catch. And I say that because I've made some of those, Jay.
A few, yes. Second down and 10. Pagel with a little screen out to McMillan. McMillan really ripped as he got to the 35. He got it up to the 37. Mark Brown, 51 on the tackle. Bowser, 56 also there. St. Louis leading the Giants 14-7 as Lomax has thrown a 44-yarder to stump Mitchell. New England and Philadelphia tied up 10-10. McFadden's 50-yard field goal has tied that one in the second period. Tampa Bay leading Atlanta 10-3. They're in the second quarter. Nick Luckhurst has just kicked a 32-yard field goal. Here it is 10-7. The Colts lead the Dolphins. Third down and 4 at the 36-yard line, and timeout called by the Colts. Last Sunday, these Colts lost at Buffalo, and the Dolphins were losers to the Raiders.
More than most people, this man should have access to as much information as possible, which is why we've developed, with the American Medical Association, the first nationwide computerized medical information system. This system will give the physician immediate access to the latest knowledge and information on drugs and diseases.
G.
No, GTE.
It's the clauses, everybody. Have a chicken McNugget. Don't worry. It's under 63 calories. Oh, Rudy, be a dear and open another 20-pack.
McDonald's Chicken McNuggets 20-pack makes every holiday party happy and fun.
Aren't we having fun? Mingle, mingle. Tiny Tim, tiny as ever. Take two.
It's a good time with a great taste of McDonald's. Time for McDonald's gift certificates, 50 cents each, or a book of 10 for $5.
The NFL plays here, Pittsburgh.
The Steelers have defended their Central Division crown with Mark Malone's strong arm and John Stallworth's sure hand.
The NFL plays here, Los Angeles.
The Raiders have their backs against the wall, challenging their old nemesis. Playoff spots are on the line.
Pittsburgh battles the Raiders. Your team plays here.
My team plays here.
Well, we hope you'll join us for the final regular season action next Sunday. Second half of the doubleheader, Pittsburgh and the Raiders, and Kansas City at San Diego. A couple of very interesting matchups there as we come to the wire next Sunday. Join us here on NBC. Check your local listings.
Matt Bouza has been the favorite receiver in this particular situation.
4 wide receivers in the game for the Colts. Henry has come in, Bouza, Porter, along with Butler. Third down. Under pressure, throws, it is complete. A first down, and Porter gets a lot more. Porter run out of bounds at the 43-yard line by Glenn Blackwood.
Now, if you're a Miami Dolphins fan, this all has to be a bit unsettling to those of you who are expecting this defense to get better and take this team on to better things. Now, they're not doing that against this outfit. It's one of the worst passing teams in professional football, and right now, the Colts are making things happen with the pass.
There's Chuck Studley along with Don Shula. Shula talking there with number 44, Paul Langford. First down for the Colts. A little screen. McMillan at the 40, at the 35, down to the 30, put his head down and got more, and Mark Brown made the tackle, and the Colts are on the move.
And Matt Bouza, number 85, literally destroyed one of the Dolphin pursuers. Pagel sets the play up nicely, draws the defenders in, and now McMillan, here comes Bouza from nowhere, clearing the way for McMillan. Watch number 85. Told you he's a big wide receiver. Takes on Bowser. Oh, that hurts. I love it,
sir. Hitting. I tell you, they came to play today. First down. That's George Wansley who gets to the 25-yard line. Wansley, the rookie out of Mississippi State. Let's find out what the Chiefs are doing at the moment to NFL 84.
All right, Jay, the Chiefs have scored again against the Seahawks. Scott Radisick intercepts Dave Craig, and the rookie out of Penn State goes 19 yards the other way for the score. Ironically, earlier this year, Seattle returned 4 interceptions for touchdowns against the Chiefs.
Bill, they certainly did. They won that game 45-0. I was in the Kingdome that afternoon. They really had a field day, but might be a little different today in Kansas City. Middleton, very close to the first down. He appears to be just short. He got it to the 20-yard line. Middleton was hit by Mark Brown, number 51. And it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Don Shula has to be extremely worried because the Shulas and the Landrys, they don't think just playoff, Jay. They think Super Bowl. And Shula knows that if they continue to play like this defensively, he's going to be home for Christmas.
Short yardage set up. Right up the middle. Wansley. He made a nice move to the outside to get the first down. Brophy on the tackle. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they put the ball back down at the 20-yard line. He doesn't have it. And let's see what they're going to do. I wouldn't think they have any reason to go for it. I mean, they might as well.
That's right. They don't have anything to lose. They owe it to the other people that are in this home field advantage chase to give everything they have to beat the Miami Dolphins.
Frank Kush has said, let's go for it. 4th down and 1. Look out. Wansley, and they're going to give him forward progress to the 19 and a first down.
They gave him the right foot spot, and when they give you the right foot spot, it's usually enough to pick up the first down. Watch the leaper right here. Take a look at it for yourself. That's exactly what Marcus Allen usually does. And I'm sure they've seen enough of Marcus Allen. But now it's George Wansley.
Well, they're going to measure, but there was no problem. That's only 13 out of 22. 3rd down successful situations, or 4th down situations for the Colts this year.
It's not a record to be envious of because usually when you go for 4th down, it's probably in the 90% area.
How about this? The Colts now with 17 first downs, Miami with 8. Woo. Pagel throws outside, incomplete. Don McNeil had the coverage against the tight end Tim Sherwin, number 83. There's McNeil out of Alabama. He was on the injured reserve list all of 83 with a ruptured Achilles tendon. He's a rising star for these Dolphins in the secondary. Mike Pagel, who played at Arizona State for Frank Kush. 54.5% passing percentage coming into today's game. Second down and 10 from the 19.
The explosion of Randy McMillan through the hole. Good block by Middleton right there. He puts his shoulder into Lyle Blackwood, who, if you take a look at the tackle statistics for the Dolphins, is right up there among the leaders. You really don't want your safeties being among the leaders in tackle, and that's indicative of the problems the Miami Dolphins are having defensively this year.
Second man through is Middleton, and he gets 1, maybe 2, before Doug Betters, number 75, makes the play. We're going to get the 2-minute warning to both benches. That means we'll take time out here in the Hoosier Dome. The Colts 10, the Miami Dolphins 7.
The best thing about the new Volkswagen Golf is its German-engineered handling. Actually, the best thing about the new Golf is its exceptional space. Then again, the best thing about the Volkswagen Golf is its remarkable aerodynamics. This is the best thing about the new Volkswagen Golf. Golf. It's not a car. It's a Volkswagen.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light. Hold this, will you?
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Bob Costas and the crew at halftime, NFL 84. The AFL remembered a look back at the final war between the American Football League. Do you remember the old AFL? I guess most of us do. And, of course, the NFL, the final battle between the leagues. Brought them together eventually. You saw Schleister there. He was in for the first offensive step for the Colts. Hagel has been there ever since. On second down, the pitch to McMillan. Touchdown, Indianapolis. McMillan romped in, untouched. And they're on their feet.
This is a noisy place, Jay.
And that man right there doesn't like the noise or what he sees on the scoreboard.
Well, running the football the way the Colts have run it today is hurting the Dolphins because that explosive offense that Don Shula has hasn't been on the field enough to score the points that they can score.
Allegre with a point after. Out of the hold of Ron Stark. A minute and 57 to play. As we look again as McMillan romps over the left side.
Peterson, Hutt, and Donaldson on that left side are manhandling Bocamper, Bowser, and Brown on the right side defensively. Look, there's no one there.
17-7. Indianapolis leads Miami.
The essence of hitting. George Brett.
Some guys say it's the rhythm, reading the pitch. For me, it's a feeling that says, I'm going downtown.
The essence of shaving.
This is Atra by Gillette. It pivots so the twin blades stay on your beard longer. But what Atra is all about is the feeling that says you just got Gillette's best shave.
Gillette, the essence of shaving.
Mommy, will you read me a story?
Which one? Yeah.
What's that?
Your daddy gave it to me.
What for?
Our anniversary.
Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. It felt as if it was the most wonderful feeling. Like when I was 20 and your daddy asked me to marry him.
Did he say yes?
Of course. You've got the greatest daddy in the world.
The diamond anniversary ring. The gift that says you'd marry her all over again.
Well, who would have thunk it?
I thought you would say that.
You thought I would say that, huh?
Yeah. Well, the blueprint is working to perfection for the Indianapolis Colts. Score first, run the ball, control the action of the game, keep the Miami Dolphins offense off the field. And that's easier said than done, believe me.
Biasucci to kick off. Another boomer from the toe of Biasucci, and it's down by Fulton Walker, and the Miami Dolphins will take it at their own 20-yard line. Young Mr. Biasucci out of Western Carolina can put the foot into it. No wonder they've kept him around.
Well, when you're number 13, Dan Marino, and you have the instant offense that they have, you're not frightened now by a 17-7 score and a deficit of 10 points. That doesn't bother you because he can score at any time. Colts are having a problem right now with personnel. There's the scoring drive. The important part about that is time elapsed, 8 minutes, 58 seconds.
Oh, listen to these people in here. 61,000 rooting for the defense now to hold. Marino completes it out to the 35-yard line to Nat Moore, the great veteran out of the University of Florida. Nesby Glasgow made the tackle.
And they could throw the ball to Moore on almost every play if the Colts continue this defensive scheme.
And another one for a first down to Nat Moore. Moore hit by Eugene Daniel, the right corner, number 38.
Dolphins have 4 wide receivers in now.
Duper, Moore, Clayton, and Cephalo are all in there. Over the middle. He's got it. Oh, he took it away from him. That's Mark Clayton. Clayton took it right out of Eugene Daniels' hands. That is highway robbery right there.
This little fella, number 83, Mark Clayton from Indianapolis, Indiana, University of Louisville, is absolutely one of the most scintillating wide receivers and performers in the National Football League this year. Let's take a look at it because this is really worth seeing again. Ball presumably intercepted but taken away by Clayton. Now hold on for dear life because if he gets away, you can't catch him.
Timeout with 1:03 left in the first half. Colts 17, Dolphins 7.
When Fulton Walker of the Miami Dolphins caught that ball in Super Bowl 17, there were 98 yards and 11 Redskins between him and a touchdown. But he never looked back.
It all started for me back when I was a kid in the boys' clubs. Today, I'm still involved with the boys' clubs, giving kids like these a chance. When I first met Anthony Joyner, I knew he was a kid that had potential. I spent a lot of time with Anthony. We work out together. I try to give him those little tips that make a difference. By working with him and giving him a chance, he's become a winner.
You make the work of the boys' clubs possible when you support your local United Way. That's why we can say, thanks to you it works for all of us, United Way. This message furnished by the National Football League.
Here in the first half. The Dolphins giving up 17 points here in this first half. For the Colts, that's the most points they've given up in a first half this season. The Dolphins trying to get on the board before we get to halftime. They are down 17-7. First down at the 24-yard line. Throwing for Jensen in double coverage. Larry Anderson, the extra defensive back, number 30 right there, almost picked it off. Shula a little upset there at that throw.
With Jensen in this formation, they have 5 extremely talented, skilled people in there right now because Jensen is playing the position that the tight end normally would play, giving them additional speed at that position. A lot of pressure on the defense right now.
Second down. Cephalo goes wide to the right. Clayton is set to the left side. Jensen is in the slot. Marino throwing and incomplete. Intending for Jensen at the goal line. Jensen went up. Vaughn Williams was back there. Had the coverage for the Colts. A pass a little high.
Picture-perfect pass protection. Now, they're playing a zone defense. They're covering areas rather than men because Marino has so much time to throw, and he gets that ball a little high, almost intercepted.
Don Shula, best winning percentage among the active coaches in the National Football League. Third down now facing the Dolphins. Cephalo again to the right side, and again they've got Jensen set in the slot left.
Great throw.
Great throw. That is Cephalo, who steps out of bounds inside the 10. Preston Davis, number 27, the rookie covering at left cornerback for the Colts.
What a position to be thrown in if you're Preston Davis, number 27, against the very crafty Jimmy Cephalo. Cephalo runs one of those outstanding possession patterns to the outside, gets in position, makes the catch, and then gets out of bounds.
Ball just inside the 10. 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Colts 17, Dolphins 7. Same formation again. Cephalo to the right. In the slot left, Jensen. And they throw behind the intended receiver, Mark Clayton. The rookie Radishowski, the extra defensive back in there.
That's what you call reading on the run, Jay. Marino, even at his youthful age, recognized the blitz and too many men coming. He didn't have enough protection to pick it up. So the receiver is supposed to see that and be on the same page as the quarterback. I don't think Clayton recognized it. That's why the pass was thrown and he didn't see it.
All the scores and highlights coming up at halftime. Second down. 47 seconds left to go in this first half. Throwing. Looked like he was trying to get it to Clayton. Daniel on the coverage. And Marino a little frustrated at the moment.
Well, he is. And Clayton, number 83 on the left of your screen, runs a good pattern. He's expecting the ball to be thrown outside. Ball gets there, one hop action.
Like he might have slipped on the turf down there.
Well, I went down and tested this turf because it's supposedly, you know, they always have a new name for this stuff, and it's really all the same thing, but this is a very, very adhesive type of surface. There's a lot of traction. Watch the cut here. See if there isn't too much traction here as Clayton goes for the ball, and
it looked like he got his leg tangled up.
He just didn't come out of that cut as well as he should.
See Jensen there. Shula, along with Marino, and of course the veteran Don Strock out of Virginia Tech, who has a good deal to do with having a feel for what will work for this offense.
That's right. He is instrumental, I understand, in those conversations that go on right then and there. And Don Shula has a great deal of respect for the experience and the wisdom of Don Strock in those conversations.
Third down coming up, Reggie. They'd like very much to get the touchdown, yes, but they want to make sure they get some points. And I'm sure they've got something designed that hopefully will score the touch for them. But if it doesn't, they don't want to give this football up, and Marino has been made aware of that, I'm sure.
That's right. I think they will go into the safe area. And once again, I believe that number 89, Nat Moore, is the man you have to keep your eyes on in this situation.
An interesting formation. Let's see what they do out of it.
Well, they're trying to hide.
Now they come out, and Moore is in the slot left. Intercepted. Coming back with it. It is Daniel. And that is the one thing that Miami did not want to happen. Pass intended for Clayton, and Daniel gets his 6th interception of this season.
Well, you called it, Jay. The one thing that Shula did not want here is to come away without any points. You can see the disgust. I'm sure he wants to make sure that everything stays calm right now because they're still in this ball game. I think that Marino should go to Nat Moore, who's in the middle all alone, but he tries to force the ball into Clayton, who is double covered. Watch it from this angle, number 83. Now Moore gets around the defender inside, but Eugene Daniel and those people read very well, picks the ball off, double covered. He shouldn't have thrown that ball there.
And I mentioned that's the 6th interception of the year for the rookie out of LSU. The Colts have the lead 17-7 and have the football with 34 seconds remaining. And And they're going to just hold on and go into the locker room with the 10-point advantage. Some of the folks here thought maybe they ought to try to go for a couple of bombs, but a very interesting first half. Frank Kush and his Colts leading the Miami Dolphins before this sellout crowd here in the Hoosier Dome.
A very interesting style of play by Frank Kush and the Colts. They played with reckless abandon. They played as if there was nothing to lose, and there really is.
The Colts 17, the Dolphins 7. NFL 84 coming up at halftime, and we'll be back with all of the halftime activities right after this.
If you are what you drive.
Hoosier Dome, where Indianapolis is leading this one 17-7. Quite a surprise. Jay Randolph with Reggie Rucker, and I suppose you've got to be surprised and impressed with the way the Indianapolis club has controlled the football, but I think I'm most impressed with the defense that they play.
Certainly, some of those people we talked about, Krause had a big first half, Donnell Thompson with the big sack, and of course, Eugene Daniel, who made that crucial interception. We're going to see Donnell Thompson right here in a very critical situation for the Dolphins, sack Marino, and now with Marino attempting to put Miami 14 points on the board, throws instead to Calvin Eugene Daniel, who intercepts right there and thwarts that opportunity for the Dolphins to get really close in this game, but they are not out of it, buddy.
Oh, no, not out of it by any means, but a very, very surprising first half indeed. We'll be back with the second half here in the Hoosier Dome. Right now, timeout for this from your local station.
If you're looking at video cassette recorders and you're confused by all your choices, just look at the most important feature of all, the picture. And Sony Betamax records a sharper picture than VHS. That's not just our opinion. In tests throughout the country, more people said the picture was sharper with Sony Betamax than VHS. So how many choices do you really have? Only one. Sony Betamax, a sharper picture.
It starts with a subtle glance. The enticement of discovering something wondrously new. The Dodge Aries.
Here in Indianapolis with the Colts leading 17-7. Look at the time of possession, Reggie.
And Miami scores 32 points per game, but if they're not on the field, they can't score at all.
This big crowd settling back into their seats. Dean Biasucci, the rookie, will put it in play. Fulton Walker is deep, and the Colts lead it 17-7.
Fulton Walker's had a lot of success returning these. Look out for a big one.
Well, this fella booms another one in the end zone, and Walker's not coming out. Oh, it'll come to the 20-yard line. And Marino trots back onto the artificial surface here in the Hoosier Dome, and he will try to get his club going. He moved him quickly downfield and then was stalled and threw the interception in the final seconds of the first half. 12 out of 20, 179 yards. Reggie, I would think it's important for Miami to come out here and put some points on the board right off the bat.
Yes, and throw first, because the last thing he had was an interception. He wants to get his confidence back right now.
The tight end Hardy in motion, and the throw out into the right flat to Clayton, and Clayton didn't go anywhere. Barry Krause did an excellent job of reading that play and staying at home along with Johnny Cooks.
I felt that Marino would throw the ball on his first possession, because when you've thrown an interception like that, you sort of have it has a deflating effect upon your confidence, and you want to get it back hurriedly, so you throw a ball right off the bat.
Don Shula and John Sandusky there. Clayton comes to the left side. Nat Moore is set to the right. Second down and 11. They lost one on that little pass into the right flat. This is complete to Clayton. Clayton at midfield and down to the 48-yard line of the Colts. Preston Davis, number 27, on the tackle.
Now, see, when Miami plays in that first level we talked about, they get bogged down. Now, when they play in the second level, 25 yards and deeper, that's where they have a lot of success. See, that's about 25 yards down the field where defenses are really spaced out because they fear Duper and Clayton.
A first down for the Dolphins, opening moments of the second half. 17-7 the Colts. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson at the 10, down to the 6-yard line. The tight end, Dan Johnson, wide open. Mark Offensis made the tackle.
If you ever wanted to see a more vivid explanation of what Duper and Clayton do to a defense, this is it. Dan Johnson is literally running free because there are 3 men going down the right side with Clayton, 2 men on the left side with Duper. There's no one to cover Johnson, and that's what you get.
At the 6-yard line, first and goal to go. Hardy has come out of there. Goes to Bennett. Bennett gets about 2. Bennett across the 4-yard line. Brought down on the play by Johnny Cooks, number 98. It is going to be second down and goal to go at the 4, and Hardy comes back in as Johnson goes out. He's rotating the tight ends, I think, sending the plays in basically with them. Going wide to the right is Cephalo, number 81. Coming to the left, Nat Moore, number 89. Down, touchdown to Nat Moore if it stands. If it stands.
Well, the Dolphins are walking back dejectedly.
Procedure. Call against Miami. Nat Moore thought he had just caught his 6th touchdown pass of the season.
Illegal motion, left side of the offensive line, not set before the snap.
Left side of the line, as you heard referee Dick Jorgensen.
Let's watch the offensive line right here now. See there? Let's see if someone moves in there. I don't think that left side, tight end, is stationary long enough.
Second down. Markers down again. The pass is to the tight end Johnson. He's out of bounds at the 3, and it looked like the Colts might have been offside. Offenses 29 made the tackle along the far sideline. The head linesman there, Bob McLaughlin, talking with Dick Jorgensen. Frank Cush knows how to weed out the hitters from the quitters, that gentleman.
What's he thinking about? Arizona or Indianapolis? Probably thinking about stopping the Dolphins right now.
Not an easy task.
Yeah.
With the kind of talent they have. The discussion continuing with the officials. Seems to be some problem as to where they want to put the ball down. They're going to take the player the yards. Let's see.
Offside, number 99. Defense, half the distance, still second down.
Donnell Thompson, number 99, the big man from North Carolina, the leader of the defense. Missed the first 6 games. Cush looking out at the scene. One of 15 children in his family from Windber, Pennsylvania.
Thompson working over there against right tackle Cleveland Green. Green's been doing a fine job. Thompson is an excellent pass rusher and trying to get off the ball as quickly as he can against Green.
Second down, goal to go from the 4. Pete Johnson is in there, number 46. He's the single setback behind Marino. And the pitch to the big man. And he gets down to the 2. Chris Scott, the rookie, number 95 out of Purdue, made the tackle. Johnson, of course, came from San Diego. was originally with Cincinnati. He's taken off about 15 pounds. They placed the ball inside the 2-yard line, and Johnson, the tight end, comes up limping as we look again at the big man on the roll there.
There he is, slimmed down now to about 250 pounds, but when he turns upfield and he gets his momentum forward, he hardly ever loses yardage.
That is Dan Johnson, who caught the big pass over the middle, the tight end, in this drive. And we're going to take a timeout here as Don Shula talks things over. 11:22 left to play in the third quarter.
New cars, Dodge, and American Revolution. By Miller High Life, the best beer for the best time of the day. Welcome to Miller Time. And by IBM and the growing family of IBM personal computers.
With Reggie Rucker, Jay Randolph in the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis. Third down for Miami. Nice play, touchdown, Nat Moore. Moore, who caught one a few moments ago and thought he had number 6, has it now. Preston Davis had the coverage. Don Shula with a little sigh of relief there as his club battles back, comes right down the field to score here in the opening moments of the third quarter.
That's a cute little play. I used to like that play as a player because you start Nat Moore in motion across the backfield. The defensive back sort of loses consciousness of where he is. Then you turn around and go back the other way. It's too late for the defender.
Von Schaman out of the hold of Don Strock. The extra point is up and good. So with 11:03 left to play in the third quarter, it's the Colts 17, the Dolphins 14, and we'll take a look again at the touchdown pass in this rather interesting play.
All right, see, Nat Moore stops right there because he's gone far enough to gain the advantage on the defender. Now Marino just comes out, flicks it to him. Nat Moore catches, holds on long enough, touchdown. Once again, you'll see the defender. No, he's too late. Goes back the other way, and you see the advantage he has right there.
Very nice coverage by Bob Levy and his talented crew. Hope you're enjoying the sights and sounds of this one.
Dodge announces 550 protection.
Von Schaman will kick off. Anderson and Smith are deep to receive. Smith on the right. Bill Smith, he's coming out. He hesitated for a moment. And he got to about the 18-yard line. May have been a fumble in under there. One of the Colts came up with it. The ball did squirt out. 24-yard return. Well, the Miami Dolphins came right out and put 7 up as it took them 3:57 to go 80 yards in 6 plays. Marino to Moore on the touchdown. 17-14, and now can the Colts control the ball for a while?
As opposed, Jay, to the Colts, who were going 60 or 70 yards, and it took them 7 or 8 minutes. You see how long it takes for the Miami Dolphins to put points on the scoreboard.
Marino can make some magic. Hagel's going to throw on first down, and it is complete at the 30-yard line. Nice catch there by the tight end, Sherwood. Lyle Blackwood on the tackle. St. Louis and the Giants are tied up 14 all as Sims has just thrown an 18-yard touchdown pass. They are in the third quarter at that one. Philadelphia now leading New England 20-10. Cincinnati has a 10-7 lead over New Orleans as Anderson has hit Brooks on a 27-yarder. Tampa Bay 20, Atlanta 6. Hand off to McMillan. McMillan getting near the 34-yard line before Bill Barnett, the noseman, number 70, who is playing today for Bob Baumhauer, made the tackle.
There's no secret, excuse me, Jay, that coordinators, offensive coordinators in the National Football Football League now are thinking that you can beat Miami if you run the football with pure power and toughness up front. They think you can overpower that front seven of theirs.
On second down, Middleton is stalled. Might have got a yard. Brudzinski 59, Betters 75. Making a play. We've got a look at Betters as he'll come from the left of your screen here. He played at Gamada Reno, number 6 draft choice, 7-year man.
Big, tall, rangy fellow, 6'7", 7 inches. Plays off the blocker very well and stops the runner right there.
Third down and 4 coming up for the Colts. They operate at their own 37-yard line. Hagel using play action, throwing, and 2 call. He had a man, the tight end Sherwin, but he couldn't get it to him. Oh, the Colts are going to have to punt the football.
Tim Sherwin, 6 feet 6 inches tall, could not utilize that height to get to this ball, as Hagel just doesn't wait long enough, isn't patient enough to just allow him to do his thing and put the ball in there. There's Hagel, number 18. Who will it be in this franchise, Hagel or Sleeper?
Ron Stark, 44.8 average. Stark and Roby, we have 2 of the finest putters in the National Football League performing here this afternoon. Stark hangs it high. Fulton Walker takes it at the 20. Walker trying to go to the far sideline, now cuts it into the middle, and he got to the 23-yard line, and that's as far as he could go. Leading the way was Larry Anderson, number 30 for the Colts. A 43-yard punt, a 3-yard return. Back with more in a moment. Eugene Daniel made a nice play over there.
Stopped by Eugene Daniel. What catch is that for Clayton? Is that his 8th catch? Because if it is, he has just broken the Miami Dolphins all-time record. Watch Barry Krause here, number 55, who at 249 or 250 pounds gets outside and helps on the tackle with the very elusive Mark Clayton. 12 fans in Miami. You remember Jack Clancy? They erase his name from the record book.
That's right. Most receptions in a season for Miami. A new record. Rolling again. Marino throwing, and no, he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds. Preston Davis with the coverage, number 27 right there. Mark Clayton was on the white line.
I have a deep appreciation of what Clayton is doing out here after playing wide receiver for 13 years in the league myself. He's just having a ball. He's outside the numbers, so that generally means he's going to run an outside pattern. Now watch him come back and just make, just a every day at the office type of catch. That's not easy, folks, and he almost keeps his feet in bounds.
Just ran out of real estate that time.
Yes.
Third down now and 9. Cepolo to the left side. Marino completes it down to the 3-yard line. The catch made by Jensen. Jim Jensen, who had caught 12 passes for 125 yards coming into today's game. A very handy fellow to have around.
He's a very versatile performer. He's also from Boston University. He's an alumnus. I'm from Boston University as well. And he does a lot of things on the football field, and that's one of them, making tough catches and being just a fine all-around athlete. Jim Jensen.
You guys could never beat Boston College, though. All right. Just inside the 4-yard line. 1st and goal to go, Miami. Trying to get the lead for the first time this afternoon. The big boomer, Pete Johnson, stalled by Donnell Thompson, number 99. And I'll tell you, you can hear the hitting all the way up here in the booth.
And I can remember what it feels like as well. You want to hear what it's like down there in the trenches? Listen up.
Thompson Crouch, gain of 1.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you. You want to go back down there and play a little?
No.
At the 2, second down, goal to go. Touchdown to Bruce Hardy. Hardy isolated with Barry Krause, the linebacker, and for the first time this afternoon, the Dolphins go ahead here.
And the Hoosier Dome is not so noisy anymore, Jay. One way to silence the fans and to take that 12th man away from the Colts is to go back on top and exhibit the type of passing wizardry and the offensive explosion that this team is known for, and they have done that on this drive. And I'll tell you, the Colts now have to gear themselves up to keep control of this football.
4th touchdown of the season for Hardy. Uwe von Schamann set to kick the point. Strock handled a high pass, got it down, it is up, and it is good. Oh, the Dolphins have a 21-17 lead. Here again, the touchdown.
Play action there, faking to Pete Johnson to get the linebackers to freeze and give Hardy just a moment of time to get behind them, and then, of course, the rifle shot by Marino. Touchdown.
We'll be back with more in a moment. Miami leading 21-17. Uwe von Schamann set to kick it off. Anderson and Smith set to receive.
You know, Miami was down 14 points to Philly and came back and won.
They were down here early, but now have the lead. Going to be down by Phil Smith. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. And the Colts will put it in play. And number 18, Mike Pagel, will come back in to quarterback Indianapolis. Take time out here with 2:09 left to play in the third quarter. The Dolphins 21, Indianapolis 17. Hoosier Dome, Jay Randolph with Reggie Rucker. It's shoe time here. I want you to explain what's going on with the bottoms of these shoes on this AstroTurf here.
Contrary to what many people believe, these are not Jay Randolph's golf shoes, but instead these are the shoes that the players are wearing today on this new Astro 10 surface. Those are the ripples. And this is the basketball type shoe that they're also using. I prefer this shoe on this kind of surface.
And obviously so does that gentleman right there. First down for the Colts. From their own 20-yard line. Pagel rolling to the near sideline, throws incomplete. He was trying to get that ball upfield at the 30-yard line to number 85, Matt Bouza. Pass a little bit underthrown. The linebacker, 59, Brudzinski, was out there along with Don McNeil. 6 minutes and 28 seconds in that drive as they went 76 yards. And now Marino has thrown for 320 yards. He needs 143 to break the most yards record in a single season.
Outstanding. And this is what you have to look for now from the Colts. Now they're behind, so they can't utilize that rushing attack. They have to throw the football. They're not very good at that. Let's see what happens.
Wide open and threw behind Tracy Porter. Porter really was in a position to make the catch if Pagel could have gotten it to him.
See, the complexion of the game now has changed. The onus is on the Indianapolis Colts now to make the big plays. And they've got to make it by passing the ball, and they just don't do it well for whatever reason. There they just misconnect on the route and the timing.
Henry comes in, number 88. An extra wide receiver. And you've got Porter and Bouza in there, along with Butler, 4 wide receivers. Third down and 10. Pressure from behind, loses the ball, picked up back at the 4-yard line. The Colts have it. I think it was Ted Peterson who got to that football just in time. It was number 71, Peterson.
Watch the right side of your screen now as Bowser comes from the outside. Pagel doesn't see him. Very close to a costly turnover. Very, very close.
And Ron Stark will They'll punt out of the end zone with Fulton Walker standing back at his own 46-yard line. A high kick, he turned it over. Walker goes back to the 43, up over the 45, runs into his own man. Ran right into his own blocker in front of him. Anderson for the Colts downfield to make the tackle. A 53-yard punt, a 3-yard return. And Shula kind of amused by that situation, but I bet he's not amused down deep. And he talks things over, and Marino comes back, puts up one finger, and says, let's go get some more points. Krause has got to fire up his defensive unit. The Dolphins are leading now by 4. 51 seconds left in the third quarter, as it has been all Miami after the halftime. Marino with lots of time. Nathan gets to the 49-yard line. Barry Krause made the tackle. Nathan on a little delay out of the backfield. We've got Krause isolated.
There are many thoughts that go through a middle linebacker's mind when he plays this position. He's responsible for a number of things, but most of all, he's responsible for just attacking people and hitting them. Look at him put the helmet right upside the head of Tony Nathan, drops him right in his tracks, and that's what you need from a middle linebacker.
Joe Carter is back into the backfield to replace Tony Nathan. Clock running with 12 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And to give to Carter, and he breaks one tackle, gets it down to the 48-yard line. Wrapped up at that point by Donnell Thompson, number 99. The end of the third quarter. And the score, Dolphins 21, Colts 17. We'll be right back after the...
Have you driven a Ford lately? By Prudential-based Securities, where account executives provide total financial planning. And by Radio Shack, your Christmas electronics store.
Back here, we move to the fourth quarter at the Hoosier Dome with Reggie Rucker, Jay Randolph. It is 3rd down and 4. The Dolphins have Clayton and Cephalo and Jensen and Moore in there as wide receivers. They got to him. Brad White, the nose man, number 92. And that fires this crowd up here.
When you're looking for a big play defensively, there's no place better to get it than from your defensive line. Now, Donnell Thompson, number 99, and number 92, Brad White, are the culprits here. The guys that really bring the pressure, closes down that pocket. Marino can't throw the football, and now White makes the sack.
Punting time. Reggie Roby played for Hayden Fry at the University of Iowa. Larry Anderson back to receive. The ball goes out of bounds at the 17-yard line, and that's where the Colts will put it in play. 39-yard punt. We've got 14:28 to play, and the Dolphins have a 21-17 advantage. He's caught 3 passes for 41 yards. They took him out, retaped the leg, and he also appears to have a little problem with his right thigh. He could play, but I doubt very much if he will unless the Colts are going to take the lead here, and the Dolphins would be in real need of his services. Middleton across the 20 to the 21 or 22-yard line. And as they unpile, the stop was made by number 53, Jay Brophy.
Look at the bottom statistic now. Time of possession, 24-27 and 20-33 for the Dolphins. At one point, the Colts almost doubled the Dolphins' time of possession. And when the Dolphins get on the field, they score points.
A very big third quarter for them. 2nd down and 5. Middleton stacked up after a yard gain. Blackwood made the tackle. We were isolated on number 75, Doug Betters.
Betters being blocked by Mills and Solt, two big people, buries him, but he still is able to fight his way through and get on the in on the tackle. And when you got that double team like they just tried to do against Betters, the key to defeating that is split it. Look at the Pittsburgh-Cleveland score.
20-13 Pittsburgh. Gary Anderson's just kicked a 23-yard field goal. The Cardinals and the Giants are tied up at 21 all. Pagel in trouble. Down he goes. Coming in to make the play was Bowser, number 56.
That's the second time now that Bowser's utilized that same tactic in getting to Pagel. Beaucamper goes inside, and Bowser comes around on the outside, and with his quickness and his speed and the good coverage downfield, they sack him. Now, this is what's called a coverage sack. Number 18, Pagel, looking out to the right. Receivers are covered. Now, Bowser coming in from your left side puts the good shoulder into Pagel. Coverage sack.
Stark, who has punted for 4,131 yards, surpassing his record of a year ago, ready to punt to Fulton Walker. 2 punts today for 48 yards. He didn't turn this one over. Walker comes up, and the fair catch at the 43-yard line, and that's where the Dolphins will put it in play, leading 21-17. 37-yard punt. We're going to take time out. We'll be back with more NFL action in just a moment. A doubleheader here on NBC. Check your local listings for the games in your area. Pittsburgh Raider contest in the city of San Diego. Second half of the doubleheader around the nation. Marino throwing, and what a catch at the 39-yard line by Nat Moore. Oh, boy.
Great catch.
What could Eugene Daniel do over there? I mean, there was no way to stop that one.
Well, they're double covering Clayton on the other side, so they're giving Nat Moore, who's in there because Duper is hurt right now, single coverage. They don't feel that Moore, the 12-year veteran, has the speed to run by anybody anymore, but he certainly has the pass-catching skill to make plays like that.
First down inside the 40-yard line. 11:50 to play. Little counter play. Joe Carter. Carter got inside the 35-yard line before Donnell Thompson, number 99, wrapped him up with some help from Barry Krause, number 55. Carter's quick, isn't he? He really can step in there. 19 yards on 6 carries today.
I like the way he moves between the tackles. He's got good hip action, and he's got good feet. I bet you he can dance.
I'll bet he can.
I wonder if he can dance. He doesn't have to. He coaches very well.
Second down and 5. Clayton and Cephalo, the wide receivers. That's Clayton going in motion, and the give again to Carter. Carter cracks inside the 30, very close to the first down. Preston Davis, 27 on the tackle. See if they're going to call for a measurement. Nope, they're going to say he is about a half a yard short. It'll be third down.
Dwight Stevenson, the all-pro guard, sort of an influence kind of a play, raises up, goes one way. They're hoping the defense follows, and then Joe Carter comes through the vacated area.
The short yardage specialist, Pete Johnson, in the backfield with Woody Bennett. 3rd and 1. Penalty markers are down. It'd be interesting to see whether the Colts were pulled off here or not. It looked like Marino was going with a different count. Well, he caught him.
I'll tell you, Marino got away with a little bit of a head bob that time, Jay.
Yep.
You saw it, and so did I. And he's quickly establishing himself in this league, because if the officials don't call it and he's only in his 2nd year, boy, he's got a big future ahead. He's already intimidated those folks.
Frank Cush, coached in the CFL at Hamilton, 3rd season with the Colts.
I can tell you what those coaches say in those situations if you like.
All right. First down. Marino over the middle, and Moore dropped the touchdown.
Oh.
He dropped the football. That would have given him the touchdown, to be correct, but...
Well, Nat, just as I was saying such splendid things about your performance, you let me down here, partner. What's the throw here? How do you...
You don't throw it any better than that, I'll tell you.
Well, Johnny Cooks has been bringing the pressure all day long, and once again, he makes Marino throw the ball quickly, but he throws the ball so quickly that Cooks is no factor.
Wide receivers set to the left side on second down for Marino. Batted down by number 52, Greg Braceland, who is playing the right outside linebacker spot for Maxwell, and he did an excellent job there getting the hand up, because it looked like that play might have gone.
Yes, Braceland does a fine job on the blitz, but I don't think there's another quarterback in football, maybe other than Montana, who wouldn't have been sacked here. Watch how quickly the ball gets away. See that? Most quarterbacks right then and there would have been sacked by Braceland, number 52.
Now the Dolphins are going to call timeout. Marino wants to talk things over. He's going to be facing a third down when we come back. 10:25 to play. The Dolphins lead the Colts 21-17. Well, I hope you'll join us on New Year's Day, the Fiesta, the Rose, and the Orange, the Best of the Bowls, New Year's Day on NBC Sports. At the 25-yard line, the Dolphins facing third down.
The crowd is beginning to get back into this ball game, Jay.
Marino needs 122 to break the all-time NFL passing record for yardage.
Here they come.
He gets it away all along. Touchdown, Jimmy Cephalo. Cephalo beat Preston Davis, and boy, was Marino patient in the face of that blitz.
Outstanding observation by Marino in terms of what was going on in front of him. There must have been 9 Colts coming at Marino. Someone even went up over the top, one of the safeties, and Marino, still with the composure and the poise, fired the ball into Cephalo's waiting hands. What a position to be in, Preston Davis. Boy, he's been burned here this evening.
Von Schaman is set to kick the point after. It is up, and it is good. Dick Jorgensen, our referee today, and let's take a look at this one.
Times Square on New Year's Day. That's what it looks like for Marino. Everyone is coming in his face. The Miami blockers, magnificent job of picking up everyone. Davis is on the ground. Cephalo is in the end zone. The Dolphins are on a roll.
The Dolphins lead it 28-17. Early going here, Miami had a lot of trouble getting on track, and the Colts did a good job. You know, this is the first time the Dolphins have played indoors in regular season this year, and this is a tough place to come and play in.
It really is, and maybe they did not think that the Colts would be ready to play like they were in the first half, and it has taken Miami more than a half to get acclimated to the conditions and really put their act together. And the Dolphins averaged 32 points a football game, and remember, they came in here, Jay, thinking point, point, point.
And they want to get some more.
Yes.
Wonder why that ball is falling off the tee. Is it that windy? I guess it. Somebody opened a door somewhere. And, oh, that's a very, very bad play by Phil Smith right there, and he knows it. He did not know where he was, I guess. Look at Mr. Kutch looking down the sideline saying, what was that?
Somebody had better restrain him. He may attack the player.
They're going to bring it back. Well, they're going to get a reprieve on that play.
Well, if he has 1 foot out of bounds, he's already out of bounds, and therefore it should be
he may have had a foot out of bounds. Let's see. Yep.
Yes,
that appears to be what happened.
I'll tell you.
Our view was blocked from our camera position. Now let's see. Here's a good look.
I'm glad this happened.
Oh, that was close.
I'm glad that happened because I would not want to be Phil Smith and have to go back down that sideline past that head coach.
Phew. Now, let's see.
Well, he's already out of bounds, so right there, that foot is out of bounds when he catches the ball. You've got to have 2 feet in bounds to be in bounds. He only has 1.
All right. It's going to cost the Dolphins 5 yards. And Von Schaman will kick it from the 30-yard line. We have 10:15 remaining. And the Colts now lead it 28-17. Or the Dolphins lead the Colts 28-17. This is Larry Anderson right up the middle. Out over the 35 to the 43-yard line. A fine return by Anderson. He went 95 yards with one at Pittsburgh in '78. And Woody Bennett made the stop on the specialty unit, a 42-yard return. And the Colts will set up shop in pretty good shape. But they've got to get some points. 10 minutes left to play. A lot of time here. The Dolphins want more points, and the Colts want to get back in business.
Well, the Dolphins are going to disregard the run now. They're going to be looking pass all the way.
And Pagel sets up. He's in a lot of trouble now on the run. Pagel out of bounds at the 48-yard line. It was Bob Brudzinski who ran him out. Pagel can hook it pretty good. Has 131 yards rushing and a 5.7 average coming into today.
But you cannot operate an offense if you run like this all the time. Sure, run to get away from the pressure, but now look for someone to throw the football to because it's the most discouraging thing in pass offense to look behind you if you're a receiver and have your quarterback running.
Once he decided to run, he completely forgot the passing situation. Second down along 4. Looks like Pagel has called an audible here. Middleton at the 40. Still going. Well, he called an audible, I believe, at the line of scrimmage. He put Middleton in the tandem as the second man in the eye and popped him through for the first down. It was Blackwood who finally made the tackle.
Pagel sees something, and for Middleton, he hits that hole. He, boom, explodes right through it. He didn't dance. Dancing is for the disco. This is where you run.
At the 32-yard line. First down, Colts. That was Middleton's longest run of his career. His professional career, I should say, to be correct. Throw to the far sideline. No. On the white line, Matt Bouza. Coverage by Don McNeil. There's McNeil, and Bouza coming back. He's got the big guy from California isolated.
6'3". Doesn't have the big speed, but runs good patterns. See, he's trying to make McNeil think he's going deep. Now he comes back. Let's see what happens right here. Oh, look at the knees. The knees are on the white. Take another look at it.
Yep. That left knee was down on the white. Second down. Pagel on a little delay. McMillan gets to the 27-yard line. Mark Brown, 51, made the stop.
Well, Dickey. Randy McMillan has a bad ankle, and that's the ankle that was just tackled on.
31-7, Kansas City, the spoiler today. The Cardinals are back on top in that very important NFC East game as Otis Anderson has scored. It's Cincinnati leading New Orleans 24-14 and Tampa Bay romping 23-6 over Atlanta. They dedicated that game today to Ricky Bell at Tampa Bay. Pagel rolling right, in trouble, bang! Bill Barnett came out of nowhere for the sack. Barnett, who has been moved to the nose position, number 3 draft pick out of Nebraska.
Because of the absence of Baumhauer, Barnett is in there playing, And we said a lot of things about him early on, none of them good. Here he makes the first big play of the ball game as he rushes through to make the sack.
Got a lot of help from Ben Utt, too. Spun around and shoved him right in there. Ron Stark will come on, or no, they're going to try a field goal. Allegre is going to come on, and they're going to try a field goal.
53 yards.
It's going to be, let's call it 54 yarder. The longest of his career has been 54. Blocked. Picked up. And coming away with it, William Judson. I think Judson blocked it, and he got it. He tried to pick that ball up and go with it.
What happens when they need that extra distance, the ball sometimes is hit too low. The trajectory isn't good enough to get it over that first wave of 6'7" and 6'8" defensive people, and they were able to block that ball, and big play for the Dolphins on defense.
Dolphins leading 28-17, 7:40 to play, and they want to try to get some more points on the board. Marino gives it to Joe Carter. Carter from the 45-yard line. Donnell Thompson making the tackle. Second block of this season by Judson of an attempted field goal. Here's Marino. And boy, his stats are superior in every sense of the word, aren't they?
He's 23 years old, too.
Yeah. Just turned 23 in September. 7 minutes to play. Second down and 8. Marino throws short of the first down. Tony Nathan at the 49-yard line of the Colts. Krause 55 and Braceland 52 on the tackle. Braceland's been playing that right outside spot for Maxwell. Maxwell got in trouble early when he was called for an intentional face mask, and he has not seen much action.
Jay, who would have thought with the philosophies over the years at Miami with Shula being a ball possession, conservative type coach, that he would one day go to this kind of offensive theory. Wide open, explosion, football.
Third down and 2. The pitch back comes to Woody Bennett. He is very close to the first down. I don't know if he got there. Braceland came up and stalled him. It'll be interesting to see where they place this ball down. I think he's about a half a yard short.
If they are short, I would go for it if I were Miami.
Well, it'll be very interesting. Let's see what they're going to do.
I wouldn't hesitate to go for it at this point.
Well, he's going to bring Reggie Roby in here, and Roby will punt.
There's another look at it. Bennett is stopped just short of the first down because the Colts got good penetration into the backfield, destroyed the blocking scheme, and caused Bennett to fall short of the first down.
Roby with Larry Anderson set to receive. Roby with a low pass, just did get it away. And a penalty marker goes down. Going to be roughing the kicker. The Colts, number 35, Tate Randall, and Frank Kush
I don't know
upset as Randall made contact, and Roby got the call. I think we've got a view for you.
They flag it here, but come on now. This is football. There is hardly any contact here, if any at all.
Just slid by him, but the call was made. And you see number 98 there, Johnny Cook, very upset. First down for Miami.
Well, all I'm saying is that over the years, I have seen more contact than that and it was never called, and yet right now they make a call that's crucial for the Colts.
The Colts have the football. They have the lead 28-17. The clock with 5:40 to go. The pitch back to Carter. Carter inside the 40. Gets down to the 37-yard line. Defenses makes the tackle. Update time, NFL 84.
All right, Jay, the Browns have never won at Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh. They're 0-14 here. But this play, a three-yard Paul McDonald touchdown run, caps a 79-yard drive. They are tied with the Steelers at 20 midway through the fourth quarter. Jay?
Thank you very much, Bob Costas, and greetings and happy holidays to you and all the gang at NFL 84.
I'm happy to hear that. I was a part of that crew that never won at Three Rivers Stadium.
Yeah, you were. Second down, up the middle. Joe Carter, short of the first down at the 35-yard line. Chris Scott, number 95, makes the stop. Philadelphia leads New England 27-17 as Pisarcik has scored on a 3-yard run. Walter Payton, a 2-yard run. And Payton is not playing quarterback this week. They finally
went and got Greg Landry.
Dredged him up. Yes, sir.
Give me my uniform.
Chicago 14-13 over Green Bay. Here it is 3rd down and 1. Pete Johnson is in the backfield with Bennett. And it is Bennett for the first down and more as he got just inside the 30-yard line. Clock running down to 4 minutes. Tackle made by Cliff Odom, number 93. Dolphins lead at 28-17. Dolphins will go to 13-2 with a victory here. Indianapolis will go to 4-11. They were 7-9 last season. The all-time pro football record for touchdowns in a season is 66. The Dolphins now have 65. Well, they could tie that record today or go past it. You never know. Joe Carter down to the 27-yard line. It has been a record-breaking year for these Dolphins. Cliff Odom, 93 on the tackle there.
Well, for a head coach that stated prior to this ball game that he wanted to score every opportunity he got, Don Shula has surprisingly now gone to the running game.
Clock coming down to 3 minutes left in this one. I'm sure deep in his heart, Shula would like to get 7 more points here if he could. Inside the 25 to the 23 goes Woody Bennett. Barry Krause, 55 on the tackle.
To explain once again for those of you who are wondering why we've been conscious so much of the points, the third tiebreaker, if Miami, for instance, and Seattle should all finish 14-2, then the third tiebreaker would be point differential. And right now, Miami leads in that category, but they're not so sure it will remain that way over the next ball game or so.
Kansas City winning this afternoon at Kansas City over Seattle. 2:15 to play in the game. 3rd down and 3. Fumble. Back at the 30-yard line, defenses comes up to make the play against Joe Carter. He got a nice bounce. He was in a little trouble.
Using one of my friend Jay Randolph's words, this is a propitious bounce for the Dolphins.
Yes.
The ball comes right back to Carter right there, because if that ball bounces in the other direction, defenses could pick that up and go 70 yards for a touchdown.
Well, we have the 2-minute warning here. Von Schaman is only 9 out of 19 in the field goal department. Here on 4th down and 13, the Dolphins are going to go for the first down. Marino with the wide receivers, Clayton, Cephalo, and Moore all in there.
Jensen is in there, too, at tight end.
To the left side. Moore set in the slot right, and a shotgun. They want to try to get 7 if they can, but they want the first down. They need 13. And there it is. The first down, and down to the 7-yard line goes goes Nat Moore. Well, that was a remarkably fine catch. He dropped one in the end zone earlier, but he made a big one there today as Nesby Glasgow got the tackle. First down.
Only extremely talented people can make this type of play happen. You know about this guy, number 13. Watch where he puts the ball, right there. Now, he knows he's going to take the shot. Two people. Same time, he stays with the ball, makes the catch. Big play, Nat Moore.
Coach Cush says, what in the world are you supposed to do? Marino is 28 out of 39, 398 yards. First and goal to go. It's Carter, and Carter stalled at the 7-yard line as the clock runs down to a minute. Barry Krause and Mark Gafensis making the tackle. They haven't quit.
Well, when they take a look at the films here next year, they're going to say that, hey, look at Barry Krause. He played like a pro right down to the very end. Number 55, left side of your screen. Watch him coming to your picture. Still hustling, still hitting, all the way. That's the way a pro should play this game.
He's playing to stay. You said that in the pregame today. Moore is to the left side now, and Clayton to the right. 30 seconds. The throw, incomplete. And Clayton wanted to call and didn't get it. 28 seconds left, and now a fight breaks out up at the 20-yard line.
Well, you knew that was going to happen with Cooks.
Cooks has been very, very, very upset in the last couple of minutes. The penalty markers are down, and Mr. Cooks, I believe, has been sent to the locker room.
Well, you knew it was going to happen with Cooks. He's been very demonstrative ever since the call roughing the kicker, and just frustration.
Offsetting personal fouls, offense 74, 98 defense.
So it was Cleveland Green who was involved for the Dolphins. And meanwhile, this was the play. And you'll see Mark Clayton. He thought he was interfered with here.
Well, when you're in your own hometown and they don't give you a call, you know, I can't get no respect.
Third down, goal to go. Mark Clayton coming back in. Now the Dolphins a little confused. Now it's Bennett going back out. And Moore goes to the left side. And Clayton comes to the right. And touchdown to Mark Clayton. And that ties the touchdown record set by Houston in 1961. That is touchdown number 66 on the year for these Miami Dolphins.
Well, Mark Clayton, who's from Cathedral High School right here in Indianapolis, caught that touchdown and then pointed to the stands just up above the area in which he scored the touchdown, where I'm sure his entire family must be gathered. But what a thrill, I can tell you, to come home and to get that touchdown and see, let the fans and folks see you play.
Beautiful throw, marvelous catch. Boy, they really can make some magic. The point after. It is up, and it is good. 24 seconds remaining as the Dolphins now lead it 35-17.
You can't teach what Marino does. Ball coming right at you. He throws the ball to Clayton before Clayton has actually got into the pass pattern. There he is pointing to the family right up there. He knows where they are. There's another angle of it. Once again, see, three-step drop, quick pass, gets rid of it. Boy, that's a heck of an advantage to have on a defender.
Marino now 29 of 41, 404 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. They've got that 35 points. They wanted that last 7 very bad.
That's true. And you mentioned 404 yards. If he gets 60 yards next week, he will be the all-time pass offense leader.
I like his chances. Yeah. A week from tomorrow night, the Dolphins finish the regular season. They play Dallas at the Orange Bowl, and Indianapolis will play the Patriots at Foxborough. Thanks to our spotters, Joe DePietro and Paul Rominski, and our statistician, Bob Bernath, and all the gang here in the booth today. Seattle losing today. That's important for Miami. Ball into the end zone, and it hit the crossbar, and that means it's a touchback. Dead ball when it hits back there. With Seattle losing today, of course, the point situation, you know, depending on what happens next week, could be
not as important, but they didn't know that going into this ball game, and I think Shula has accomplished everything that he wanted to, albeit it wasn't so in the first half.
They accomplished it in the second half. 28 unanswered points here in the second half.
Maybe there is something to the old halftime message. I never saw a lot of those. It's always been thought or theorized that the coach says something, but they never really did.
Well, it was a fine second half for these Dolphins. Pagel throwing and almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by Robert Sowell, as the Dolphins, of course, are in the prevent defense. Tracy Porter, the intended receiver. Reggie, happy holidays to you and yours. Always a pleasure to work with you, and I look forward, of course, to 1985, and we've still got some very interesting football for you folks next weekend, of course, on NBC. That Denver-Seattle confrontation on Saturday, and then the doubleheader on Sunday. Hope you'll be joining us, and of course, we'll take you through the playoffs. Pagel steps up, throws. This one is intercepted. Coming back with it, Glenn Blackwood. Blackwood out of bounds with 6 seconds left. That is Blackwood's 16th career interception, his 6th of this season. The executive producer of NBC Sports is Michael Weissman. Coordinating producer of football, Ted Nathanson. Today's game has been produced by David Neal and directed by Bob Levy. Jim Marshall, our technical director, and associate director Dick Ellis.
This is when you sit back and just wait for all the goodies to come to you. Blackwood, Glenn that is, one half of the brothers Blackwood, gets this ball, gets to the outside, now makes an attempt to get it as close as he possibly can, and I don't know if they need to try to go for 7 more here.
Well, they're going to try. They have got 6 seconds left, and they have got, well, now wait a minute. Let's see.
They've got Jim.
Oh, they took Moore out. He was on the field, and now he's gone to the far sideline, so I think they're just going to sit on it here. For a moment, it looked like he was going to try to get another touchdown. That is Carter getting down to the 7-yard line, and this game is over. And Don Shula's Miami Dolphins go to 13-2. They have already clinched the division. They piled up some points late, getting 28 points in the second half to win it 35-17.
They're truly an awesome football team, one that I think will go a long way in the playoffs, depending upon if they slow down that defense.
Well, they look ahead now to a week from tomorrow night, and that will be a very interesting affair for them when they play Dallas. Be sure to join us next Saturday for a special edition of NFL football. The Seahawks battle the Denver Broncos. That's at 3:30 Eastern Time. It kicks off with NFL 84. Sunday, the regular season comes down to the wire, an NFL doubleheader on NBC Sports. NFL 84 will keep you up to date on the playoff picture